afternoon. My name is Guthrie Thomas. I'm a guitarist and songwriter, among other things. And I thought I might talk about this guitar a little bit. This is a Martin guitar made by the Martin Guitar Company. They were established about the same time I was, 1833. They make very good acoustic guitars. And this one I picked up for $465 at Guitar Center. This is an exceptional guitar for the price. These guitars out here are in the upper $1 million range. They were custom made by my guitar builder, David Bertoncini, down in Phoenix. He's an exceptional builder. They're very fancy, very low action, high dollar instruments. However, this is probably within the top 10 sounding guitars I've ever played. I played 3 of these. They were almost all identical. Now, I do not work for Martin. I'm not endorsed, paid, or sponsored by Martin. They did not send me this guitar, so I would talk about it. I'm talking about it because for intermediates and beginners, this is an exceptional instrument. So let's go over the guitar a little bit. All right, first, it makes no difference whether it's Martin, Taylor, Gibson, or anybody else that manufactures guitars and sends these out to stores. They always have the action too high. That's the distance of your strings to your frets on the fingerboard. The lower the action, the easier it is to play. Now, I play a lot up here in the upper register. If you play just down here, the action might not matter at all. If you wanted to lower the action on this, you do not use the truss rod tool that often comes with these. That just warps the neck. What you want to do is take out your saddle down here in the bridge and file it down and lower your action periodically to where you get it to where you might like it. I just put a capo on the 2nd fret. This lowers the action, and I'll have the action lowered on this one in the coming days. All right. This guitar does not have any binding. If you look on these guitars out here, you'll see the strips of wood that goes around the edges. That's the binding. It serves 3 purposes. It creates a better bond with your sides, necks, and back. It also is aesthetically pleasing as far as design goes. But most importantly, if you ding the edge of your guitar, it prevents moisture from getting into your main woods. Now, if you ding the side of this, you might want to get some clear nail polish and just put a little dab in there, and that will prevent any of the moisture from getting into the end grains of your wood. Now, this would really apply to places like Hawaii and Florida where they have high humidity, lots of moisture. However, out here in Las Vegas, in the middle of the desert with lots of dry heat, we don't worry about it too much. So you just want to be careful about dinging your guitar, in other words. All right, this fingerboard, this is what they call rich light. It's a combination of formaldehyde, phenol, recycled paper, and resin shaped in the form of a fingerboard, as is true with the bridge. Makes for a good ebony-looking fingerboard. And it has no fret markers in it, no dots or diamonds. However, it has fret markers up here on the top if you need them. I haven't looked at fret markers in years, and after 2 or 3 weeks of playing, you'll not really recognize them either. This particular neck is what they call Strata Bond. This is many, many layers of thin white birch laminated together. This makes for a very, very strong neck, very difficult to warp. You could take this up on Mount Everest on your next climb, throw it off, and jump off after it, and the neck will survive, and you probably won't. Looks good, too. This has Martin enclosed machines on it. They're certainly good machines. Keep them oiled. It will certainly last the life of the guitar itself. You could have them replaced with Grovers or Showers if you felt the need to. All right, the sides and the back are what we call Hpl Laminated Mahogany, high-pressure laminate, HPL. I really can't tell the difference between that and regular mahogany, and there's a mahogany guitar here 2 feet away. It's really a matter of preference. In this day and age with your rare woods, Brazilian rosewood, East Indian rosewood, ebonies, and mahoganies, as well as spruce, are becoming more scarce. Your manufacturers and private builders are looking for good alternatives to make great guitars. They certainly found it in this case. All right, this has a satin finish. These guitars have what we call a lacquer finish. Often A matte finish is a little thinner if it's satin. It makes for a brighter tone on a guitar because it's not as thick as your lacquers. This has a spruce top. It's a solid spruce top all the way through. It's 2 pieces. All of my acoustic guitars have spruce tops. I just happen to like the tone. They're making tops now out of koa and other woods, different kinds of spruces, but this is Sitka spruce. This particular guitar also has a Fishman Pickup in it. You take a guitar cord and plug it back here in the in pin, and now you're playing rock music. However, as soon as you take an acoustic guitar and plug it in, it essentially becomes an electric guitar to some degree. Now, I make all of Willie Nelson's guitar picks, as well as John Fogerty, Kevin Costner, and quite a few other people. And they play for such large crowds that it's essential that they plug their guitars in. As for me, I play for about 500 people or less when I'm on tour, and I only mic my guitars as you hear it now. And it makes for more of an acoustic sound, in my opinion. However, when you're Willie Nelson playing for 5,000 people at some stadium, you really have to plug your guitar in, and he plays a Martin also. All right. Now, when you're picking out a guitar, the very most important thing is how easy does it play and what does it sound like. Now, what you want is you want to make sure your low E and your high E are even and the tone is equal, and that applies to all the strings. So when you're looking for a guitar, if it's really dead up here in your low strings and very, very high up here with your high strings, you might want to look at another guitar or have them put new strings on it, which they're not likely to do unless you're really interested. So I guess that's about it. I've been recording for over 40 years. I've done 40-something albums. I'm pretty particular about my instruments. This is an exceptional guitar. Being that it's $465, I've had a lot of many thousands of dollar guitars that didn't come close to sounding like this. So for beginners and intermediates, this is a guitar that I would quickly recommend. They did a good job with this guitar. Now, Martin is the producer of this guitar, but it's also manufactured in Mexico. Where the guitar is made in the free world makes no difference to me. This is an exceptional guitar. They do good work in Mexico. I would have no problem at all recording albums with this or CDs in the future. This is a very, very good guitar. So if you're looking for a good guitar, you might want to try the Custom Mix series from Martin. This one again is a DX1AE Dreadnought. They also make it in the cutaway. Well, I hope this has helped for the beginners and intermediates. This is a good guitar for you to get started on. All right. Remember, keep practicing, and you're only as good as your speakers say you are.